Hey everybody, this is Bonnie and I am really excited to share with you modular mates. I love modular mates. They're one of my favorite things, and whenever modular mates are on sale, I always get really excited, and I always tell people at my parties that I could talk to you about modular mates for an hour, but I won't, I promise. So you guys, I'm not going to talk about it for an hour, but I totally could, because modular mates are a system that you need, whether you're a family of one or a family of many, you need modular mates. They are perfect for all parts of your home, but especially your kitchen, your pantry. Whether you, like I said, have a small family or a large family, you really need modular mates, because if you are, buying a lot, then you definitely want it to stay fresh. You want to be able to use it. You want your family to know where everything is. And if you don't buy a lot of pantry items or baking things, well, when you do buy it, you want it to last longer. Modular mates are going to save you time, money, space, taste, and waste. So let's talk a little bit more about that. So how many of you have all the space that you need in your kitchen? You have plenty of cabinet space. Everything is just the way you like it. You have plenty of space. Okay, probably not anyone. Did you know that you actually gain an extra 20% of space when you fill your cabinets with modular mates? That's right, you really do. You save space because you come home with all those bags and boxes and containers and everything. And when you put them into your modular mates, get rid of all that packaging, you can actually get more in there, because modular mates, Legos for ladies, are gonna fill up every space. Whether you have tall shelves, deep shelves, if you have pantries, modular mates will fit into any size, because you can see with the way the system works, they all work together. So we're going to start with our ovals here, and we're going to show you your different sizes. So modular mates have, we have 4 different shapes. Well, actually, sometimes we have 5 because we have our ovals, super ovals, and ovals. So to me, that's 2. So ovals, super ovals, we have our rectangles, we have our squares, and we have our rounds. We have our spaghetti dispenser, which is round all the time. And right now, our hostesses can get our round set as an extra host bonus. So we have all of our different shapes, and then we have different heights. We have up to 5 heights. Our ovals have 5. Our squares and rectangles only have 4. So as you can see, I have my stair steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you can do simple math, you can do modular mates, because 1 plus 2 is the same as a 3. 3 plus 1 is the same height as a 4. 4 plus 1 is the same height as a 5. So 2 and 3, 1 and 4, all equal 5. So it fills up all your space, so you can move them all around. When you have your rectangles, you can put 2 super ovals on top of a rectangle. You can put 1 oval and 1 square, which my square has a flip top seal, which we have once in a while. I believe it's available right now as an online exclusive. So you can put a square and an oval on top of a rectangle. You can put 3 ovals on top of a rectangle, because a square will hold 2 ovals. So they all mix and match. You can move everything around so that you can fill every little nook and cranny in your kitchen. And as you can see, I pulled modular mates right out of my kitchen. This is my napkin container. Love that. And I have all different colored seals. Now, for some of you, that's a little painful for you. You don't like to see all of that. So I'm sorry. But I started when the hunter green was the color. Guess how long ago that was? You can tell your age by the color of your modular mates. So I have red, I have black, I have some tan, I have all kinds of colors, and they mix and match, and they go all over the kitchen. And for me, I love the modular mates for that. How many of you guys have an area in your house? Let's go back to our organization a little bit. How many of you have places in your house that you think, oh my goodness, I hope no one opens that cabinet door? Anybody have that in their house? Well, sometimes we get a little busy, things get a little crazy, our family maybe is in and out of everything, and you use that slam and jam method of, you jam a whole bunch of stuff in there and you slam the door shut and you think, oh dear Lord, please don't let anybody open that cabinet when they come over to visit. You don't have to say yes if that's you, but I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have rubber bands and chip clips and wind up and boxes. You have all that stuff just thrown in there. It's a complete mess, right? So when you pull all of that out, you put it into your modular mates, you stack it up, you fill all of the spaces, you're gonna gain that extra 20% of space. Now, when you put your foods in here, they're going to stay fresher longer. What does that mean? Savings for you, money in your pocket, right? Because it's going to stay fresher longer. Whether you have, these have some Cheez-Its in there. I have no idea how long these Cheez-Its have been in here, but I can tell you they are fresh. We have our rectangle 2. This is our Eatos container because you know the Fritos, the Cheetos, the Doritos, they all fit into this. I probably have 7 of these in my kitchen. I even have 2 at the top cabinet over there that have medicine in them because when the kids are little, you know, you always have to keep the medicine up out of the way. And when do kids get sick? In the middle of the night, right? So you're digging around in that cabinet, you don't know where everything is. Well, for us, we pull that Rec 2 down and all the medicine is in there. There's actually 2 containers with different things in there, but all the medicine is in there. So it's up on the cabinet, high on the shelf, but we can pull it down, find what we need, and stick it back up there. Super fast, easy, helps us to stay organized. Your 5 pounds of flour, your 5 pounds of sugar will fit into your rectangle 2. Sometimes you need a little bit bigger, sometimes you need a little bit smaller. Your brown sugar will fit right into this rectangle number 1 that has our Cheez-Its in it right now. But it's also the perfect container to put like your Chips Ahoy or your Oreos. And then labels are really important. So when you put your favorite cookie in here, make sure you put a label on there that says prunes. Then no one will get into your cookies. I didn't say your labels had to be correct. You just need to know what they mean, right? So you can label all of your modular mates to keep everything organized. And that's really important, especially when you have all that white stuff. Flour, sugar, powdered sugar, right? You have all those different things. True story, my neighbor, a couple of houses down, her son was in high school and he decided to make puppy chow. And he was really excited. Mom was at work, dad wasn't home, and he's like, I can make puppy chow for my friends at school tomorrow. They were in high school. And so he did. And his mom came home, and he's like, Mom, I made puppy chow. She's like, oh, great, let me taste it. She reaches in, she takes a bite, and she's like, did you taste this? And he's like, no, why? And she's like, something's wrong. He had used flour to coat the puppy chow instead of powdered sugar. No. Good thing Mom came home and checked it because, you know, all his friends would make fun of him in high school if he brought puppy chow that was coated in flour, not powdered sugar. Mom knew what the container was. Aiden did not. And so it's really important to make sure that you mark your containers. Some of mine are marked and some of them are not. So I have my rice in here. That's my little noodles. I have dried fruit, mixed nuts. A lot of them are, but not all of them are marked. But it's really important when you do have your baking soda, baking powder, things like that, that you have that marked on there. The other great thing is anybody can come into my kitchen and they can bake because all of my modular mates with my baking goods are marked. So they know which one is baking soda, which one is baking powder. I have some chocolate chips up here. And I don't know if you can see all the way in this cabinet. My cameraman needs to help me out here a little bit. I'll angle this just a little bit so that you can see my cabinet back there. But you can see I have all my different modular mates, all my shelves is completely full in there. Oh, now he's going to move it. So you can see that I have all my different shelves that are full and they're all fitting in there perfectly. My powdered sugar, whoops, my super oval, it fits right in there. And the super ovals are my favorite because no wasted space. This is an oval, so there's some wasted space in there, but you might find that if you stack it in there, you don't know exactly what's hiding. Everything is hiding behind it. And then over here, we have our spice container, and we have 2 of our spice racks, which are fantastic, along with my baking soda, baking powder, my little container of sugar, the breadcrumbs, all that good stuff is in there as well. Thank you, Mr. Cameraman. You can go back. So when you have your system and you have all of your baked goods already set up, then you know that anybody can come in and they can help you do the cooking and the baking, and everything is marked and ready to go. Now, how many of you guys have ever gone to the store and you bought an ingredient And because you're making this one recipe, you're not sure if you have that ingredient, so you buy it, right? You get home, you start digging around in those cabinets. Like I said, when you use ovals and squares, sometimes you have that extra space. You dig around and you find that not only did you have that ingredient once, but you had it twice. Now you have purchased it 3 times. Well, when you use your modular mates and you have everything marked, you have everything in your cabinets, no worries. You know exactly what you have, how much you have, because you can see in here how much there is, right? So you're going to save money because you're not going to buy duplicates. You're going to save money because you are not wasting it. It's going to stay fresh. You're saving space because, as you can see from my one cabinet, I have all that stuff in there and it works perfectly. So our super ovals and rectangles on a standard cabinet are 4 high and they are this deep. So a rectangle and a super oval will fit perfectly into your cabinets. But sometimes you have a lazy Susan or you have a pantry and your squares and your ovals work really good. I can, in my pantry, I can double stack them. It's deep enough that I can get 2 layers deep over there. So again, modular mates will just save you time, money, space, taste, and waste. They are an investment for you and your family. And whether you're a family of one or a family of many, you need modular mates. And when you bring your stuff home, get rid of that packaging because you know the bugs that we sometimes bring home from the store, they're attracted to the glue in the packaging. So when you get rid of that packaging, you're gonna throw out a lot of that. Put your food into your modular mates. They're airtight. So once this has been sealed up over 24 hours, anything that was in there that's not supposed to be in there is going to be dead. So when you open up that container of flour, you're going to know if there was something in the flour that you brought home from the store. So you can dispose of it, you can take it back to the store, get your new, whatever, but you're not going to use the flour that you brought home the bugs in. So ick factor, right? That sometimes happens. So your modular mates are just going to help you in all areas of your life, and they are great for not only your kitchen, your pantry, but they're great for your bathroom. They're great for your closets. They're great for your craft rooms, your sewing. I'm sure you guys can share in the comments all the different places that you use modular mates, because if you're like me, you have them all throughout your entire house. So as I said, I could talk about modular mates for an hour, and I'm sure that there's more I could tell you, but we're going to stop this for now. And if you have more questions or comments, make sure you reach out to us so we can help you. But we can help organize your entire kitchen with a custom kitchen planning where we'll come in and we will measure your cabinets. As you saw, some of my cabinets are 3 high, some of them are 4 high. We can measure that all out and we can fit your cabinets with the perfect size of modular mates to save you all that time, money, and you'll be organized and your family will be so impressed. All right. Thank you so much. Back to you guys.